jinai yra įdomi labai daugeliu aspektų, nes tai, tu gali ją padaryti kaip pažodžiui per daug nesigilinant, tai tokia graži pasakaitė su laiminga pabaiga, bet jeigu tu pradedi gilintis, tai tada ten daug visokių dalykų yra. Labai daug apie žmogaus egoizmą, apie manipuliavimą, apie meilę, apie apgaulę, apie melą. Ten ištisai, kaip ir visos Shakespeare pjesės yra.
Prospero, of course. Yeah. And I'm very happy that Danish is playing it. I think he's a marvelous actor. Yeah, of course, there are many good people working here. So usually I am very careful with words and sometimes don't use them at all. And so I need to listen how it sounds, and so in this case I cannot. It's like a conductor for an orchestra who has just one hand. You know, this is kind of the situation here at the moment. So I just need to trust that the actors know how to do and to do their work good and use their language with skills. One of the persons I find really a genius is Čiurlionis, and his Storm or the Sea is one maybe kind of starting point where we started, when I started to explain to the composer what is in my mind when I think about this Tempest and the musical part of it. So I described it with the help of Čiurlionis, and it was funny because I didn't think he's an Englishman, so I didn't think he knows Čiurlionis. So I started to explain, yeah, that was this Lithuanian genius who kind of painted and wrote music and so he says, yeah, I know him. I have a wake-up call of his, which is his music. So he wakes up with Čiurlionis every morning. So that was quite unexpected.
About the costume, it was, it was definitely always a cooperation. I kind of had control over the details and the specific materials and the colors. From the cooperation came the style and the aesthetics, like is it a combination of different centuries, or is it modern, is it, what style it is. It is very evolving and very organic and, growing process. And I would say this week is when it got finalized. But until then, it was changing. It was as if, you go to the clothes store to buy your clothes and you try on different clothes until you find the right ones. So it was this rotation of search. Well, I'm using a lot of costumes from the theater storage. So there are some costumes that have been used in previous plays. And I think this is the most interesting material for the actors themselves to discover, like, wow, like 10 years ago this was wearing some other actor in another play, and now we have these layers of meanings building. Or, one of the actors is wearing a suit that was made for the theater director. So these combinations I found interesting. The green floor and the box are one entity, so the box just was finished later. The meaning of both of the floor and the box is to somehow visualize the emptiness, because the green, as if green screen is the thing that you usually in film productions create some other type of landscape on, so it's like a blank page. And this in the box I have created this pattern of gray and white squares, which comes from the empty background of Photoshop program. When you have nothing in Photoshop, then it's gray and white squares. So these meanings of these patterns and pieces of set design are to somehow materialize something that is unmaterial.
Po viso šito grįšiu į namus ir kas trečią mintį skirsiu kapams. Čia yra finalas, toks laimingas finalas. Ir čia taip sako, čia viena iš nedaugelio Shakespeare'o pjesių, kurios baigėsi laimingai. Neblogai, laimingai. Tokia laimė, kas trečią mintį skirti kapams. Jo, nes viskas įsipildė, jis atkeršė visiems, viską ten parodė savo galią. Viską.
Bet jis ir atleido savotiškai.
Taip.